Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Learn Real Life English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Sarah, and we are so excited to have you here with us today.
Absolutely. So if you're new to this channel, welcome to the family. We help you learn natural, everyday English that you can actually use in real-life situations. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our episodes.
Yes, please do. And for our regular listeners, you know the drill. Grab your coffee, your notebook, and let's dive into today's topic.
Okay, Sarah, I have to be honest with you right now.
Uh-oh, what's going on, Mike?
Today's topic is something I really struggled with for years, like seriously struggled with.
Oh, are we talking about...
Small talk. How to make small talk with strangers without feeling like you want the ground to swallow you whole.
I love that expression. Want the ground to swallow you whole. That's such a great idiom, by the way, listeners. It means you're so embarrassed or uncomfortable that you wish you could just disappear.
And that's exactly how I used to feel when I had to talk to strangers, like at parties or networking events, or even just waiting in line somewhere.
Really? But Mike, you're so chatty now. I can't imagine you being awkward.
Oh, trust me, I was the king of awkward silences. I would literally avoid going to events because I was so afraid of having to make small talk.
Wow, okay, so you're proof that this is a skill that can be learned then.
100%. And that's what we're going to cover today. We're going to give you all the tools, the phrases, the strategies to make small talk feel natural and even, dare I say it, enjoyable?
Yes. So whether you're an English learner who wants to practice with native speakers or you're someone who just finds social situations challenging, this episode is for you.
Let's do this.
Okay, so before we get into the how, let's talk about the why. Mike, why is small talk even important? Some people think it's just pointless chit-chat, right?
Yeah, I used to think that way too, actually. I'd be like, why are we talking about the weather? What's the point?
The weather, the classic small talk topic.
Right? But here's the thing I've learned. Small talk isn't really about the content of what you're saying. It's about building connection.
Exactly. It's like a warm-up before a workout. You don't skip the warm-up, right?
Great analogy. Small talk is the warm-up before deeper conversation. It helps establish trust, it shows you're friendly and approachable, and it opens the door to bigger opportunities.
Absolutely. And think about it practically. If you're learning English and you want to practice, you need to be able to start conversations with people. You can't just walk up to someone and start discussing philosophy.
Hello, stranger. What are your thoughts on existentialism?
That would be so weird. But you can walk up to someone and say, "Hey, this is a great coffee shop, isn't it?"
And that's small talk. It's the gateway to connection. And honestly, some of my best friendships started with small talk. Even my job opportunities have come from casual conversations.
Same here. Networking is basically professional small talk when you think about it.
Exactly. So listeners, don't underestimate the power of these short, casual conversations. They can change your life. Okay, now let's address the elephant in the room.
Ooh, I love that expression. The elephant in the room. Something obvious that nobody wants to talk about.
Right, and the elephant here is, why does small talk feel so awkward for so many people?
Oh, there are so many reasons. Should we break them down?
Let's do it. Reason number one?
Fear of rejection. People worry that the other person won't want to talk to them, or they'll be seen as annoying or weird.
That's huge. And here's the truth, listeners. Most people are actually happy when someone starts a conversation with them. Most people are just as nervous as you are.
Yes, that's so important to remember. You're not the only one feeling awkward.
Reason number two, fear of running out of things to say.
The dreaded awkward silence.
Dun, dun, dun!
But we're going to give you strategies for that, don't worry.
Reason number three, and this is especially relevant for our English learners, fear of making language mistakes.
Oh, absolutely. Worrying about grammar, pronunciation, vocabulary, it can make you freeze up completely.
But here's the thing, native speakers make mistakes all the time. And honestly, most people are much more forgiving than you think. They care about connection, not perfection.
That's beautiful, Mike. Connection, not perfection. Write that down, listeners.
And reason number 4, simply not knowing how to start or what to say.
Which is exactly what we're going to solve today. All right, let's get practical. Mike, what's the first thing someone needs to do to start a conversation with a stranger?
Okay, so the very first thing, and this might sound obvious, but people forget it, is your body language.
Oh, yes, nonverbal communication is so important.
Before you even open your mouth, your body is communicating. So here's what you want to do. Make eye contact, smile, and have open body language.
Open body language means no crossed arms, no looking at your phone, and generally facing toward the person.
Exactly. If you're standing in a corner, arms crossed, staring at the floor, nobody is going to approach you, and you're going to have a hard time approaching others.
You need to look approachable. A simple smile can make such a huge difference.
I remember reading somewhere that when you smile at someone, it activates mirror neurons in their brain and makes them want to smile back. It creates instant positive feelings.
I love that. Science supports being friendly.
So, listeners, practice your approachable face. Relax your shoulders, lift your head, make eye contact, and smile. That's step 0.
Perfect. Now, what about actually starting the conversation?
Okay, so there are several ways to start a small talk conversation. Let's go through them one by one.
Method number 1, the situational opener.
This is my personal favorite because it feels the most natural. You simply comment on something in your immediate environment, something you both can observe or experience.
Can you give some examples?
Absolutely. Let's say you're waiting in line at a coffee shop. You could turn to the person next to you and say, "Wow, it's really busy in here today, isn't it?"
Or maybe, "This line is crazy. Have you tried their coffee before? Is it worth the wait?"
Perfect. See how natural that feels? You're not pulling a topic out of nowhere. You're commenting on something you're both experiencing.
Here are some more examples. At a party, "This is a great place, isn't it? Do you know the host?"
At a conference or networking event, that last speaker was really interesting. What did you think?
At the gym, "Is this machine taken? I've never tried this one before."
In an elevator, "Can you believe this weather? I wasn't expecting rain today."
The weather. We're back to the weather.
Hey, you know what? The weather gets a bad reputation as a boring topic, but it works. It's universal, it's neutral, and everyone has an opinion about it.
That's true. And from the weather, you can branch into other topics like weekend plans, outdoor activities, travel.
Exactly. Small talk is all about these little bridges to bigger conversations.
Okay, method number 2, the compliment opener.
Yes, everyone loves a genuine compliment, but the key word here is genuine.
What do you mean by that?
Well, don't just say something nice for the sake of it. Find something you actually like or notice about the person and comment on it authentically.
And it's usually best to compliment something they've chosen, like their style or accessories, rather than their physical features.
Great point. So instead of "you have beautiful eyes" to a stranger, which could be a little creepy, let's be honest,
Just a little.
you could say, "I love your jacket. Where did you get it?" Or, "That's a really cool phone case." Or, "Great shoes. I've been looking for a pair like that."
And notice how each of those compliments ends with a question or opens the door for a response.
Exactly. That's so important. You're not just throwing a compliment and walking away. You're starting a dialogue.
Here's another example. "I noticed your laptop sticker. Are you a fan of that show, band, etc.?"
That's perfect because it shows genuine interest and gives them something specific to respond to.
Method number 3, the question opener.
Asking questions is probably the most powerful small talk tool in your arsenal.
And here's a golden rule, listeners. Ask open-ended questions whenever possible.
Yes. Can you explain the difference, Sarah?
Of course, a closed question can be answered with yes or no, like, "Do you like this party?"
And the person might just say "yeah" and then silence.
Awkward, but an open-ended question requires a longer answer, like, what brings you to this party? Or how do you know the host?
See the difference? Open-ended questions keep the conversation flowing.
Here are some great open-ended questions for small talk. What do you do for fun? How did you hear about this event? What's keeping you busy these days?
That last one is great. What's keeping you busy these days is becoming a popular alternative to what do you do for work.
Great point. Some people might be between jobs, or they might have much more interesting things going on in their lives than their work.
Exactly. And here's another tip. Ask follow-up questions. When someone tells you something, dig a little deeper.
Can you demonstrate that, Mike?
Sure, let's role-play a little. Sarah, pretend we just met at a conference.
Okay. Pretending to be a stranger. Hi there.
Hey, great conference, isn't it? What brings you here?
Oh, I work in marketing, so I'm here to learn about the new trends.
Marketing. That's interesting. What kind of marketing do you focus on? Digital? Traditional?
Mostly social media marketing, actually.
Oh, cool. I'm always amazed by how fast social media changes. What platform do you find most interesting to work with right now?
See what he did there, listeners? He didn't just say cool and move on. He asked follow-up questions that showed genuine curiosity.
And each question naturally led to the next. That's how conversations flow.
Okay, let's talk about what happens after you start the conversation, because starting is one thing, but keeping it going is another.
Right. So we've opened the conversation, and now we need to keep it flowing. Here are some strategies.
Strategy number 1, and this is huge, active listening.
This is so important. A lot of people are so worried about what they're going to say next that they forget to actually listen to what the other person is saying.
And when you really listen, you'll find natural opportunities to respond, ask follow-up questions, or share related experiences.
Exactly. Active listening also means giving verbal and nonverbal feedback, nodding, saying, uh-huh, or really, or that's interesting.
These little responses show the other person that you're engaged and interested.
Here are some great active listening phrases. Oh, wow, really? That's so interesting. I've never heard of that before. Tell me more about that. How did that make you feel?
And my personal favorite, wait, what happened next?
People love telling stories, and that phrase is like magic.
Strategy number 2, find common ground.
As you're talking, listen for things you have in common. Maybe you've been to the same places, enjoy the same hobbies, or have similar experiences.
When you find common ground, the conversation becomes much easier because you have something to bond over.
For example, if someone mentions they went hiking last weekend, and you love hiking, that's your moment.
Oh, you went hiking? I love hiking. Where did you go?
And suddenly you have a topic you're both interested in and can talk about for a while.
Common ground is the secret sauce of connection.
Strategy number 3, share a little about yourself.
Small talk shouldn't be an interrogation, right?
Right. If you're just asking question after question without sharing anything about yourself, it can feel like an interview or an interrogation.
So after someone shares something, it's often natural to relate it back to your own experience.
But here's the key. Keep it balanced. You don't want to make the whole conversation about you either.
Exactly. It's a tennis match, not a monologue.
Great metaphor. The conversation goes back and forth. They share, you share. They ask, you answer, and then ask back.
Here's an example. The other person can say, I just got back from a trip to Japan.
You can say, oh, Japan. I've always wanted to go there. What was your favorite part? I've heard the food is incredible.
See how that response shares a little about yourself, you want to visit Japan, you've heard about the food, while still keeping the focus on them.
Perfect balance. Okay, let's address one of the biggest fears people have, the awkward silence.
Dun dun dun.
The dramatic music. But seriously, silences happen in conversations, and that's okay.
First of all, a short pause is completely normal. Not every second needs to be filled with words.
Right, but if you feel like the conversation is dying, here are some rescue strategies.
Rescue strategy number 1, change the topic.
If one topic has run its course, it's totally fine to switch to something else. You can say, so, completely different topic, but, or, that reminds me, or, by the way, or, I've been meaning to ask.
These transitions let you introduce a new subject without it feeling too abrupt.
Rescue strategy number 2, comment on something new in your environment.
Remember those situational openers? You can use them in the middle of conversations too.
Oh, wow, look at that. They have a live band starting. Or, is that a dessert table? I have to check that out.
These can restart the conversation or give you a natural reason to move on.
And rescue strategy number 3, just be honest.
What do you mean by that?
Well, sometimes I'll just say something like, sorry, I'm terrible at small talk, but I'm trying to get better. Or, I never know what to say in these situations, but I really wanted to come say hi.
I love that. Vulnerability can actually be really endearing.
Right. Most people will appreciate your honesty and might even feel relieved because they feel the same way.
Now let's talk about some safe topics for small talk and maybe some topics to avoid.
This is important because you want to keep things light and positive, especially with someone you've just met.
Safe topics for small talk include the weather, yes, really, current events, but be careful with controversial news, entertainment, movies, TV shows, music, books, travel and vacation plans, food and restaurants, hobbies and interests, sports, depending on the context, local events or things happening in your city, work or studies, kept light.
And then there are topics you generally want to avoid, especially with strangers. Politics, too divisive, religion, very personal, money, salary, debt, how much things cost, health problems, controversial social issues, negative gossip about others, deeply personal questions about relationships or family.
The general rule is to keep things positive and light. Save the deep, heavy topics for when you know someone better.
Exactly. The goal of small talk is to create positive feelings and connection, not to debate or challenge someone.
Okay, Mike, what about ending a conversation? That can feel awkward too.
Oh, definitely. You don't want to be stuck in a conversation forever, but you also don't want to be rude.
So, how do you gracefully exit a small talk conversation?
Here are some polite exit strategies. Number 1, express gratitude and state your intention. It was really nice meeting you. I should go mingle a bit more, but I hope we can chat again.
Or, this was such a great conversation. I need to go find my friend, but enjoy the rest of your evening.
Number 2, exchange contact information, if appropriate. Hey, I've really enjoyed talking to you. Can I get your LinkedIn, Instagram, or phone number?
This only works if the conversation went well and you genuinely want to stay in touch.
Number 3, the graceful transition. Oh, I see someone I need to say hello to, but it was wonderful meeting you. Or, I'm going to grab a drink, get some food, or use the restroom, but let's chat later.
And here's a key tip. Always end on a positive note. A genuine smile, a handshake, or a wave goes a long way.
Exactly. Leave them with a good impression.
All right, everyone, that brings us to the end of today's episode.
Let's do a quick recap. Today we covered why small talk is important for building connections, why it feels awkward and how to overcome that, how to start a conversation using situational openers, compliments, or questions, how to keep the conversation going with active listening, finding common ground, and sharing about yourself, how to handle awkward silences, safe topics for small talk, and how to gracefully exit a conversation.
That's a lot of good stuff.
Now, here's your homework, listeners. This week, I want you to start 3 small talk conversations with strangers or acquaintances. It could be at a store, at work, at school, anywhere.
And let us know how it goes. Leave a comment down below telling us about your experience. We love hearing from you.
Also, if you found this episode helpful, please give us a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from it.
And don't forget to subscribe to Learn Real Life English if you haven't already. We post new episodes every week to help you sound more natural and confident in English.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. You're amazing, and we appreciate you spending your time with us.
We believe in you. Now get out there and start some conversations.
Until next time, I'm Mike.
And I'm Sarah.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye.